T-34 is now in formation. Let's learn a little bit more about the aircraft and the association. First off, Michael, thank you again for your sponsorship.
Well, you're welcome. This is a great little show, and what Inspire does about, promoting aviation and scholarships and so forth, it's great to be a part of this organization.
Well, again, we thank you very much. And you play a very important role here in this show, not only as a sponsor, but as a...
Sheriff, I may be leading something, but we'll see, because we have multiple leads. But, yeah, we have 13 airplanes coming this year. Hopefully the weather doesn't hold a couple of them back, but we're planning 13, and it'll be a kind of show like we did last year.
All right, tell us a little bit about the T-34 Mentor. It was a training aircraft.
Yes, training aircraft post-World War II. First delivery to the Air Force was in 1950. T-34 Association, T-34.com. And I believe there's something like 800 on our registry. We think as far as the FAA registries, there's about 233. Correct.
And tell us a little bit more about the technical aspects of this aircraft.
Well, it was designed, Walter Beach from Beach Aircraft designed it, and he designed it out of a Bonanza. And but the military wanted a tandem seating. But then the Air Force signed a contract in the early 50s for these airplanes.
Now with Castle Aviation, you obviously have a lot of airplanes, different aircraft types and so forth, some here as well at the show. And what is it about the Mentor that makes it so special?
Well, it's, first of all, T6. A T-34 is basically a military Bonanza, and there's thousands of Bonanzas out there. Everybody's worked on Bonanzas. So as far as I'm concerned, that was an easy choice. And after I decided to get one, it's been a really good plane for us.
Now let's talk a little bit more about the association itself. You've got members.
All their quarterly magazines via digital. Digitally instead of hard copies.
And what sort of events do you stage and conduct?
Well, we start off in the beginning of the year. The West Coast guys, I'll do something and start flying again. And then we did the Dayton Air Show this year. Obviously, we did Oshkosh. We do this show. And then we do a 9/11 flying event at Akron, Canton over 9/11 weekend. And we combined that with Maps Air Museum over there.
All right, so very, very active group. The AOK from Anthony Spillick. Still good visibility at altitude, and that's what counts. Straight line. As we continue to enjoy the demonstration by the T-34 Mentors and the Mentor Association, we'll let you know we still have plenty of action coming up. The next act up is Rick Volker in the Saya Marchetti, followed by the F-16 demo. You'll want to hold on to your hats for the P-51 Mustang, which you see out on the apron.
Cleveland rocks and Akron rolls.
I have not, but it's true. All right. And the Saya Marchetti, a beautiful aircraft which you've had for a couple of years now. Tell us a little bit about this aircraft.
This aircraft is used as a military trainer for some 33 countries of the world in preparation for putting pilots in an F-16 fighter. So it has some attributes unlike most other piston-powered airplanes. It really flies like a little jet that just happens to have a propeller.
Dandy, and you really put it through its paces.
I do a clean, smooth, and aerobatics, classic aerobatics, but with a few twists such as snap rolls after hammerheads and snap rolls on top of loops. A lot of inverted flight, inverted turns, things like that.
Now, there's the old line that we've used in previous air shows. You're a retired dentist, and the line used to be that when you're not pulling teeth, you were pulling G's.
That's right, or he's pulling everything out of that airplane.
That's right. Well, again, we look forward to your display. And
I started with my Sukhoi Russian aerobatic plane. You might see that in the early Red Bull air races. It became the national and world champion aerobatic aircraft of choice for competition. And then I flew a lot of the warbirds, the Spitfire Mark 9, Messerschmitt Bf-109 ENG, and the Hurricane. Then I bought my own Harvard, which is a T6, and did air shows with that for 4 years. Then I went back to the Sukhoi, and now I'm back with this.